How would you define personal community?
I would define my personal community as my family, the people I live in my household with, and also the people I work with on a regular basis too, because those people are I see them all the time, either in person or virtually. So I would say people I work with and the people I live with are the people I would consider in my community.
Personal community, I would say, would be things like your neighbors, people that are directly like next to you, any family members too that might be indirectly in your area. But that could also include family members that are outside the area too.
Personal community I define by where I kind of visit the most. Where do I visit? Who do I know the most? Places. Hmm. So personal community is like where do I spend a lot of my time, and how do I go there so much? Like bowling alley is probably a big personal community of mine because I know so many people there. I've known them from years. I bowled in the same league now for since I moved back from St. Louis when I was 22. So that's 6 years, and my dad's bowled in that league since forever, since I was born. So I really know all the bowlers and all the guys and things like that. Also, like my neighbors and things like that, who I'm like close to. I try to form a community around there. My neighborhood's really great. I have really helpful neighbors that can watch my pets and help me out too if there's an emergency that's not too bad, or I just need a cup of sugar. So
I would say personal community um, is I feel like to me, when I hear personal community, I think of so much of all of my different circles of support. So, the closest people to me, my family, my friends, neighbors, but then even from there, my coworkers, people from our church, community connections and partnerships, all of those people, and that's what I think of community. But also, there's something about the places that you tend to visit the most of how that naturally becomes such a sense of community too. We tend to go to the same grocery stores, or we have our favorite restaurants that we like to go to. Those different places that when you frequent there, it starts to become more of a homey, not as uncomfortable feeling when you frequent there, and so it opens up your community and those connections, and then you start to recognize people that you see there all the time, and so it's a lot of people that make up community too, and then the places that you tend to see them at.
Personal community. Um, so it's something that means a lot to me and my family. Something that I feel connected with, um, close to, passionate about, and also just getting to know the community as a whole, and like really taking the time to get to know my neighbors, know the schools, know the business owners. So it can, what I enjoy can go back into the community.
My personal community is very friendly, diverse, um, kind, open.
Personal community. I would say personal community is just anything or anybody that you are around on a daily basis.